leave it there. I'll watch it for this game because I haven't been in since you've adjusted it.
The problem with that is that there's not much reference in the corner.
That's okay because you can still see the tray there, and you can see the ball.
That's true. This one.
And this one, but yeah, this one could probably go down around just a couple of hairs breadths. Nick. Yeah.
Hi folks, welcome back to day one of the senior tournament of the Australian Underwater Hockey National Championships. My name's Romy, I'm joining you live from the Gold Coast of Australia, and what a golden day it has been. Beautiful sunny weather up north. You're joining us for the Masters Women's Division, first time hosting this division at Australian Nationals. In the white we've got the Queensland Masters Women, in the black we've got the Victorian Masters Women. I'll run through the team list when I get a moment. We're just awaiting kickoff for the first half, so the strike will be taken. And we've got to swim off. This is the second game of the day for these women, and for a number of them they're playing across multiple divisions. So some of them are playing game number 3 or 4, and we'll be facing game number 5 later today. Puck's moved over to the far side wall. It's a little cloudy. That's going to happen throughout the tournament, that the clouds will start to appear later in the day as all our sunscreen starts washing off. We've all got zinc on. It's a very unpleasant tactile sensation to put it on, but it is helping to keep the viz nice and clear for you at home. And to keep our skin nice and not crispy. He's got the puck rolling down the far side wall still. Bit of contested possession. I think Vic may have a slight roll on against Queensland. Vic are only playing with 1 or maybe 2 subs for this game. A few of their players have other responsibilities in other teams, so unfortunately they weren't able to field a full team for this one, but they are playing, which is a terrific start to the game. Queensland, I'm not sure how many they've got in their bench either. I'm seeing maybe 2 caps. So seems like it's a problem across the division. Too many games, not enough women. But it's small steps. It's always a bit tough the first time you get a division off the ground. I remember under 15's first time, they only had 3 teams, and we only had about 10 per team. So stick with it, folks. It will only continue to improve as the years go by. Looks like the puck is moving up towards the Queensland back tray. I'm not entirely convinced I know who's going which way. It does look like it's on the Queensland back wall. It's been pushed up to their corner, but I think Queensland now in control and rolling down the far wall. Strong push now from Queensland. They're going to roll right back down onto the... So we've had a conversion now from, I think it's the Queensland team have sunk the first goal of this game. They rolled really nicely down that far side wall and were able to capitalise, sinking the first goal of the game. We've had 3 minutes down, and the scoreline is now 1-0 in Queensland's favour. If you're joining us on the live stream, please do feel free to log in, drop a comment in the chat, tell us where you're watching from. Love to have some engagement from the viewers at home. I can see there's 4 of you, which is tremendously exciting. As play recommences in this game, fairly leisurely swimming from the ladies. I don't blame them. I'd be feeling a bit tired too if I'd played 4 games already today. I think it's looking like we're going to be spending an awful lot of time on that far wall as well for this game. So folks, please use your imagination. I'm sure they're doing some pretty awesome skills. Unfortunately, we can't witness them, but, Swerve City, no doubt. I think the referee may be playing advantage. No, I'm having to look about 20 or 30 metres to this court. It's not directly in front of us here in the media room, but it is very nicely air-conditioned in here, so... Alright, switch across the pool, brought by the Queensland player. She's found her back behind her for support, but there's a bit of a melee going on. And there's been a break from the Victorian. She's going to look for her support behind. Oh, beautiful flick now from the Victorian. She's going to push right up onto the tray. Oh, and a perfect drive into the Queensland defensive tray. I think that was Kirstine Reid from Victoria who gets the conversion. Looked like Queensland just sort of took their foot off the gas for a second there. Not too sure. It was rather easy goal for Victoria in the end. A nice team goal. They linked up really well. And they're saying it was number 9 for Victoria, who I should know, but I do need to say not all of these Victorian women are from Victoria. We're having assistance from a few other out-of-state players. I'm also looking at the team list, and we don't seem to have a number 9, so it's a phantom goal for Victoria, but it brings the scoreline to 1-1 in the Masters Women's Division. We've had 5 minutes of game so far. I'd say it's been fairly even back and forward between these two teams. And it will be a war of attrition for this one. A lot of fatigue in the legs at this stage of play, and it's only day 1, so plenty more hockey coming your way. Even the cameras are looking a bit tired now. We've got a little bit of lag. As Victoria now with the momentum, they're pushing up the near side wall. Lucy's looking to cut it into the middle. She's found her fullback, I think. Kirstine playing as the full. Sorry, folks, I'm just hearing some sledging in the other court. It's quite good, though. I'll have to lift my game. We've had a call from the referees now. And we'll wait to see what the call is. I'm told reliably that it's a stick infringement that's going to go against Victoria, so the Queenslanders now given an opportunity in about the mid-court. What can they do with it? Certainly Queensland will be looking to get an edge on the Victorians in the first half and try and run over them in the second. They've only got 1 sub, so it'll be very difficult to keep the energy up. Pushing now onto about the 8 metre. Victoria having a nice effort of, you can see the back cycling back there to cover on that wall and prevent the Queensland women from cutting across the pool and scoring on the 45, although it looks like they will do that now. Queensland on a big push. Have they got numbers around the puck to get the conversion? Everyone's popped up, so I suspect, waiting on confirmation from the referees, it will be the second goal to Queensland. I'm seeing a number of fingers held up to signal who the scorer was. I think it was number 6 or number 7 for Queensland. That's going to be Raina Herbert for Queensland getting the second goal of the match. Unfortunately, I don't know many of these Queensland women well. I can see Melissa Patton, who's an exceptional women's player in this team. I can see Tanya Hartley as well, whose entire family is now a regular feature of underwater hockey tournaments around the world, which is very exciting. And for the Vic women, Belinda Keeley and Kirstine Reid have been, leading the Victorian women's team for decades now. And we've also had some support from interstate with Ellie from South Australia and Alex from Tasmania coming into sport. As Vic, quick to respond to counter Queensland's efforts. Got a call from the referees, so they obviously didn't like what they were seeing. And it's going to go, I think, against Queensland here. It looks like they're setting up for a Victorian free puck. Yep, so Queensland will be sent back to defend. We're about 10 metres out from their tray. Everyone just taking a moment to set up, and Victoria look to swim it on the 45. Nice little chip flick into the middle. It's gone into the feeding frenzy melee, but Victoria is strong to drive through. Queensland get their numbers under the puck, and I think Mel there with some heroic finning to drive the puck clear, but the refs... No? Sorry. Sorry, folks.
Just consciousness. You're representing
Sorry, folks. Queensland very well defended, and she's driven out through the middle, but looks to push it back onto the wall. Very nice effort from Queensland to shut down Victoria's drives. They've got it right underneath their sub bench as well, so they can make use of all the subs they've got, all 2 of them. It's feeling a bit like late game in this half, but we are only halfway through the half, which means we're a quarter of the way through the game. Good energy from Victoria here. They're doing all the right things, but Queensland's defence has been really quite solid this whole game. There was just that one slip up where Victoria swam it into an open tray, but for the most part, Queensland doing really well to stop those drives, but just I might have spoken too soon. Queensland saved by the referees. I think there's going to be a call against Victoria, and they'll get a second life. It was looking a little bit dicey there for a moment. Vic with a good solid drive towards the Queensland tray. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout now, and that is what has been called. I think it might be Dave Hilder as the chief referee, deck referee for this game. So going to have a timeout now. That's being called by Queensland. Probably a good opportunity for them to take it. They've absorbed a bit of pressure in the last couple of minutes and probably starting to feel the fatigue. 5 minutes left to play. I think you can see it on your screen, but if you can't, it is currently 2-1 in Queensland's favour. Goals have been scored by number 9, whoever she might be, from Victoria, and from Queensland we've had a goal from Raina Herbert and someone else who unfortunately I didn't catch it. Team goal. Everyone in the team contributed to that one. Alright, 5 to play. What answers have Victoria got for Queensland's defence? It was very solid work shutting down the Queensland free puck. They weren't able to make the most of that. Belinda Keeley going in like an absolute weapon to shut down Queensland's momentum. She might have been a little bit too vigorous, or perhaps not. I think it's actually going to go against Queensland. So Victoria doing very well to get a free puck go their way. This is very good scoring territory for Victoria, and they'll need to work hard to get the puck in the goal soon. They are really close to Queensland's sub-bench, which means Queensland can get fresh legs in easily. Victoria a long way from their own sub-bench, so they will start to fatigue, but they are doing very well to drive. It's been cleared, but there's been another call from the referee, and I suspect it will be against Queensland. I think that was Mel, again, with the clearance. She's a pretty frightening player to be against, but you love having her on your team. So right on the back wall now for Queensland. They'll look to probably clear it to that nice safe corner. Victoria look to bring it into the centre. Big flick from Bella, who I think is on the off half. Sorry, the on half there. Driven right up towards the lip of the tray by Victoria, and I think the referee is going to be calling advantage. So Vic probably stand to gain a free, or possibly a penalty of some description. I think that might be Simon talking to the players now, explaining what has occurred and what the infringement's going to be. So the refs are going to chat. Now, I think Simon was calling advantage, but one of the other referees might have called against Victoria, so that's what stopped the advantage. But what's going to happen now is Vic will get the benefit of the advantage that they have. So just waiting on confirmation from the referees about this. What I think has happened here is a Victorian player's had the puck and she's been fouled in some way. Maybe she's had a stick infringement or barging by the other team, but rather than calling the foul immediately, the referees played advantage so that she can keep trying to get towards the goal and maybe getting a good result rather than just getting the free and sort of having an uncertain outcome. As unfortunately Victoria not successful in getting right on top of the goal, then it's been cleared very nicely by Queensland. I can see, I think, number 12 from Queensland pushing it up off the wall. Vic cutting a nice 45 into the centre. Has she got the numbers around her to support? Real melee into the centre now. Oh, Vic with the numbers, but just not quite reaching her wing there, and another successful clearance from Queensland. That's number 12 again. Getting a bit of action down the wall. Number 12 is Electra, which is a fantastic name. Queensland with the energy now, and they're doing very well for having a kick out. Nice curl and pass to the Queensland player. Unfortunately, they weren't able to swim it into the middle, which is what Victoria are going to look to do now. And a lot of nice lateral movement from Victoria. Queensland look to shut her down, and she's shot right into her into the middle. And we're moving off now to that far side wall. Get your thinking caps on, folks. Hard to see what's going on over there. Of course, a bit of a snowstorm. Could be anything. Could be sharks in the water. Could be everyone's decided to play bingo for a little while. Just have to have to imagine. Yeah, it will unfortunately be the story of this tournament as we go through the day. Unfortunately, we are trying with the vacuums and the special sunscreen solution that shouldn't come off, but unfortunately it will. So if you're a keen sports fan, tune in early in the mornings and you'll get the best quality games. I'm told that it's disgusting adults who have poor hygiene causing this issue, folks. So if you got people playing in the tournament and you want to watch them at home, you should tell them to go and have a shower before they get in the pool. We're still locked over there. I think slightly in Victoria's favour. They've had a lot of good moments pushing towards the Queensland tray, but just haven't been able to make the most of those opportunities yet this game. Still plenty of time to play as we're only in the first half. Oh, here we go. I spoke much too soon. Victoria driving on the Queensland tray. Shut down by the Queensland defender, and now she's going to go for a swim for herself. Big kicks for so late in the first half. I'm sure they're feeling the fatigue. She's found her teammate. We're going to puck line run. Oh, desperate kick. You're feeling for them now. It's been a hard first half with not many subs. Very impressive push from Queensland, and they put themselves in a position to score. Oh, really driving on the Victorian tray. She curls, she goes again, finds a teammate. Oh, and she pushed so well, everyone's popped up. Really tremendous effort from Queensland in the dying seconds of this first half, and they're being rewarded. Number 7 from Queensland. I think that might be... If it's number 7, it's my friend Raina again, so she scored 2 of Queensland's 3 goals this first half, and we've had a phantom goal from number 9 in Victoria as well. So that's a bit heartbreaking for Victoria to concede so late in the first half. You'd be hoping for just to hold them out a little bit longer, but that's a game, folks. Sometimes you try so hard, you get so far, and in the end it doesn't matter. All right, we've got half time now, so 3-minute rest for each team. I think Queensland's got a lot to feel happy about. They haven't had as many opportunities on Victoria's goal as Victoria's had on the Queensland goal, but Queensland much more successful in gaining those conversions and putting scores on the board. I think Victoria working very hard to get up there, but then they just can't quite finish it off. I think they're just lacking one more player around the puck every time, but it's only going to get harder as the fatigue starts to creep in. Many of these women on game number 4 for the day, and they're doing the Lord's work in contributing to this division to help get it off the ground. First time to have a Masters Women's Division Australian Nationals. It's a huge achievement, and all these women should be feeling really proud of themselves. I'm going to take 5 to go and fill my water bottle up, and I'll be back with you all shortly. Stay tuned. people might actually want to watch this back home.
Well, if they want to see it themselves.
Yeah, well, and like the water gets really cloudy too. All right, folks, we are back live. It's the second half of this game. It's the Queensland Masters women with the white sticks taking on Victoria with the black sticks. If you missed the first half, bit of turbulence with our camera there. Suffered a smarting blow from kick. Anyway, if you missed the first half, the scoreline was 3-1. Queensland getting the first 2 goals, or the first goal. Victoria answering with another, and Queensland then taking 2 goals, with the leading scorer being... Sorry, folks, I do not have my glasses. Raina Herbert is the leading scorer in this game. Queensland with possession, so everyone's switched sides as well, so if you were cheering for the right-hand side of your screen, you should now be cheering for the left-hand side of your screen. It can be a little hard to see both these teams in quite dark colours, and especially if you're a bit vision impaired, such as myself. Fortunately, they've decided they'll bring the puck over onto this side of the pool, which is very nice because we can actually see what's going on. We're about 10 metres out from Victoria's defensive tray. With Queensland with all the momentum. Queensland, I think, have an extra pair of legs. Vic are only playing with 6 or 7 this game. Queensland have 2 subs, I think. Very nice strong drive on the 45 towards Victoria's tray. It's been well cleared by the defender, but they're going to have another crack at it as the bodies start to fall to the floor, and I think Queensland may have been successful pushing it in there. Waiting on the referees, and yes, that will be Queensland's 4th goal of this game. I'm seeing a fist in the air, so that's not just like a fist pump of celebration from the referees. I think he's signaling number 10 has scored, unless there's some other floaty fingers. Number 9. Maybe it was a fist bump of celebration then. I don't know where number 9 came from. So number 9, hashtag player has scored. I think that's Wendy Patton. Part of the celebrated Patton legacy, I imagine. I assume sister or sister-in-law of Mel Patton. There's a few hockey families going around. The Quilfords from Victoria are a good one. The Mackenzies from Western Australia. The Hartleys from Queensland. Not sure what Tasmania's got to offer to the hockey eugenics program. Well, there's the Robert Tissos now. They've contributed some children who will be phenomenal players. The next generation will come from a lot of the people in this game right now. The Masters Women's Division, first time holding this division at Australian Nationals. First day, so hard to say it's been a great success so far because we're only just starting the journey, but I think all positive signs are there that this will be a successful division at this tournament and hopefully a staple of Nationals to come. 5 minutes down in the first half, looks like Queensland have really upped it, stepped up a gear for the second half. They've controlled the possession in a way we weren't really seeing in the first half. Not super surprising. I think the Victorian women are really feeling the burn after a big day. And they've got another game to go this afternoon as well, and I suspect the Queensland women will too. So, have some empathy if you see them swimming alone. They've had a tough day, and it's going to be a tough tournament for them. Play recommencing. Victoria's now in possession. They've driven it to the far wall. They're going to rumble down that wall towards the Queensland tray, and they have made some good progress as play just stagnates over on that far wall behind the great cloud of adult disgust that they haven't cleaned from themselves. Moving off that wall into the corridor, and it looks like Vic doing really quite well this game to cut the 45s. I think the trouble is they just haven't had that one extra body underwater to manifest successful double teams, although commentators curse. I think they've really pushed up on the Queensland tray. Just fell short. They were very close to converting there. Queensland doing a very nice job. Clearing it to the far corner, which is not a happy place for anyone to be. Queensland not able to reach their sub-bench easily. Victoria long way from home as well. A lot of pressure on the Queensland defenders. Tried and true strategy for underwater hockey in Australia is the 3-way backline rotation, but it takes a lot of drilling to get right, and if you're playing a bit ad hoc with people you don't play all that often. Really hard to do that in a slick sort of way. But whatever Queensland's doing over there, it seems to be working. Victoria haven't been able to bring it out of that corner and into the tray. In the other court, for fans of the Masters Women's Division, we've got Western Australia taking on New South Wales, and Western Australia have just scored their 5th goal of the match with 5 minutes to play. And it's Hayley Digney, who honestly should probably be playing in the Women's Division. Is she playing in the Women's Division?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's
She just scored.
no, the elites. This is Masters. What do you think's going on?
She's scoring.
All right, we had a white timeout from Queensland, so I suspect this will be less about talking strategy and more about just enjoying a minute rest. These minutes feel like hours in this game. They're incredibly valuable for players to just collect their thoughts and gather their breath. Sometimes, coaches might be able to offer an insight or two, but it's just very difficult to make much of a change through a timeout in this game. Things move too quickly, and significant changes really have to be drilled at home before you get to the tournament. I got distracted. In the other court, Western Australia are currently on top of New South Wales. They're leading that game at 5-0 with 5 minutes to play. Hayley Digney apparently raining down goals, which is very impressive. All right, we've got a restart. And we've gone well and truly wide off to that murky far wall. We are pushing towards the Queensland goal tray. I think we're about 6 or 7 metres out, but it's sort of, stagnated mid-court stuff. Not impossible, but challenging for Victoria to make much of a comeback here. I think they'll mostly be trying to exploit lapses in Queensland concentration. If they're given opportunities, I'm sure they'll take them, and they've got some fast. Yeah, sure. You're good. Don't rush. All right, folks, bad news is I'm now in charge of camera switching, so a lot could go wrong. Good news is I'm no longer in charge of camera switching. And there's been very limited updates in that dangerous period where I might have... what can I tell you about these teams? Masters women for Victoria, we've got 4 women playing in the elite women's division for Victoria. There's 1 woman playing in the elite women's division for Tas, and another playing in the elite women's division for South Australia, and a number of women also playing for the Open Masters. So they're also piling on a lot of games this weekend, which, can be a blessing or a curse. We're obviously all here to play, but it does get very tiring to spend so much time in the pool, and especially when the sun is blasting down as it has been today. The water's quite warm. Number of people complaining it's a bit like playing in a bathtub. I think it's a bit more like playing like soup at the moment, with the amount of debris sort of floating around. It's a goal from the referee, and they're going to send Queensland. Oh God, sorry folks, I'm just pressing buttons on the computer and nearly killed the live stream. Not to fear, it's still alive. So Queensland on their back foot, defending their back tray. Victoria, what can they do? They've had so many opportunities like this to drive into the defensive tray, just haven't quite been able to capitalise. And Queensland once again getting that nice successful clearance. I know I've heaped a lot of praise on her already, but Mel Patton probably responsible for that. There's a big rumble down the wall, now driven by the Queensland legs. They're pushing towards Victoria's defensive goals. We're sitting around mid-court now, so Victoria's scrambled back to hold off the Queensland onslaught. I think they've contained it for now. That's the Victorian coach there, folks, who's... sorry, I'll get back to Kevin in a moment. As Queensland go on a drive around the outside, she's being contained by the Victorian back. You really feel for them now. It's so late in the game, and they've been working very hard. Lots of 1s and 2s on the bottom. Dangerous time for Victoria, looking to clear this one out to the wall. Queensland seems to have got their number, though. They're going to drive on the 45 towards the Victorian tray. Can they keep it out? They've got a chance now to clear to the far wall. I think they've unfortunately conceded there. It will be Queensland's 5th goal of this match. Just waiting to see who scored that one. Didn't catch it, but it'll pop up on your screen. Number 3 for Queensland Masters women. That is Denise House. Another excellent name. Yeah, I think once Queensland's been very good once they get the momentum of keeping it. And most of their goals have come off these sort of rumbles where they just shoot through the Victorians, who just sort of have to scramble to reset their formation, and they've been able to do it for a little while, but just not quite being able to execute it fully to get possession back and get those clearances. Vic taking the timeout now. I think that's probably going to be part of the discussion. You know, when they get these rumbles, it's really important to contain them and also fight to get possession back. You can't be just chasing all the time. That's not how you win underwater hockey. It's not how you win anything. Queensland probably feeling pretty good about that effort. They have been really impressive when they get those rumbles on. Nice linkage between their forwards and backs, lots of double teaming efforts, which, as I said, is challenging this late in the game. 4 games a day, you're playing 120 minutes of hockey, plus all the timeouts and breaks, so it's an awful lot of hockey to be playing in a day, let alone over the course of a weekend. So if you got friends in these teams, make sure you're supporting them, sending them nice messages, telling them how impressed and proud you are, especially if they're your mums or your partners who are, most of the women in these teams have children that they're also responsible for. So if you're responsible for helping them, thank you for letting these women come and play. It means a lot to them and to the tournament. All right, got to restart. Plenty of time for more goals, but the clock is sort of winding down into the death minutes of this second half. Queensland leading Victoria 5-1. If you're live, I can see we've got 39 viewers. That's very exciting. I think cumulatively we've had 39 viewers, which means there were 39 of you who wanted to watch at some point. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. 39 viewers, impressive numbers. Not everything has to be contest. If you are in the live chat, then please do feel free to drop a comment. Where are you watching from? Who are you supporting? Do you hate the commentary? Any tips? Feel free to jump over to the other live stream and tell them how to do a better job. All right, we're on that far wall, as we have been for much of this game. Sorry, folks. I'll give some feedback to both these teams. They need to come and play over here so we can see their beautiful skills. Victoria, I think, are on a rumble towards the Queensland tray. What can they do here? Can they get a late-stage goal? It might be a bit of a consolation, but Queensland once again have done a really beautiful job clearing. They've been really solid on those defenses. Good at getting their hustle on back to cover. Their off half hasn't been caught out. Well, there was that one time, but only once has the off half been caught out. So mostly a commendable effort from the Queensland Masters women, and a little sore for Victoria to not be able to capitalise. They've had plenty of opportunities, but just haven't quite managed it. Oh, looks like Queensland now with the momentum. They'll push into the middle of the court. Victorian player taking a moment to sub. She's got plenty of time, so it's tricky when you're over there on the far side for so long. You kind of get stuck, and it's very difficult to sub. You can see how far that player's had to swim to get to the sub bench. And now she's going to have to swim back to cover her defensive tray as Queensland get the momentum through the middle. 2 minutes left to play, so anytime we get a referee call from now on, the clock will stop to prolong the fatigue that these poor women are feeling. Another sub coming through again. It's been over there for such a long time, this game. And I think at this stage it looks like Queensland, the last team with an opportunity to score. They push it up onto the Victorian back wall, and it's sort of contained in that far corner. Sports fans, it's been a 7-0 win to Western Australia in the other court. I am going to sign out now. Thanks for watching this game, and if you want to keep watching, I will be jumping into the other court for the Victorian men taking on the Tasmanian men in the Elite Open Division. Thanks, and stay tuned.